One more chance. You have one more chance to grab this coming up tonight with Colleen at 9 o'clock. And of course, that is subject to change in terms of availability on those larger sizes. And I say that because, Pat, we're probably at, I haven't seen the counter, we're at what, close to 30,000, I'm guessing. Oh, I'm sorry, over 31,000 on our finest value of the day. And in case you haven't heard the details, we do this once a year. I should say Andrew does this once and once a year only. You and I wait for this, but I'm calling this kind of the whoopsie today's special or the boo-boo today's special. We are well over half the quantity's gone. And what is happening here is truly unprecedented, even though we wait for Andrew to do this. Whether you value your good brain health, your mood, emotional stability, your cardiovascular health, you just want soft, beautiful, radiant, and luminous skin. You want to be able to concentrate. There's so many reasons that we've been told or that you want to take an omega-3, but simply put, this is the world's finest omega-3. No one does it better than Andrew, once a year and once a year only. But what he's doing for today, and only as long as supplies last, is really hitting it out of the park today. Here is your availability in terms of sizing and pricing. And when we talk about availability, again, more than 2/3 of that 31,000 spoken for are these larger sizes. But regardless, you can choose any size that suits your needs or suits your budget. Great savings on all of the sizes, 30, 100, 200, 400, and 800. Free shipping on all of the various sizes, even the try-me's. I mean, good grief, even to get that try-me at, 30 count of $13 is really incredible. But here's why I'm kind of calling this the whoopsie. Andrew and Colleen pointed this out last night, and it really was an eye-opener for me because we expect Andrew to do great things as today's special. But this had our jaws dropping. 400 count after today, because remember, after today, the prices go up. Basically, they more than double. But at $169.90 for even the 400 count, that's a great price, because he makes the world's finest omega-3s. Do you see what he's doing today? Doubling the capsule size. After today, after tonight, with whatever is left by the time Colleen and Andrew do that last show, the 400 count size will sell for $169.90. If you want the 800 count, this is what that 800 count looks like. It is literally double the size. So that is double the 400 count size. It's actually $20 less. I mean, if that does not, that is an eye-opener for all of us. But more importantly, yes, we love the value. It's really about the health benefits. And it's really about what this is going to do and what it's going to do in your life. And if you take a moment to read some of those reviews on hsn.com, people can't wait to rave about this. And normally, omega-3s are something that we love to hate. Do you know almost 2,000 of the reviews on this product are perfect? And if that doesn't give you confidence, I don't know what does.
Before talking about a meal replacement and how I marvel that about 70% of the reviews, or over 70% of the reviews on a meal replacement that's 60 calories are positive. Usually and that's a serious weight loss meal replacement. That's what it's designed for. So to think that an omega-3 product, you'd be happy if an omega-3 product had 1/3 of its reviews, half its reviews were very positive. To think that over 90% of the reviews are positive and that over 85% of the reviews are perfect 5-star reviews is a testament to how very different this product is. And I haven't spent much time reading the reviews. I'll try to read some of the reviews, but I got busy talking about those other products, so we have a very abbreviated airing here, which is good. It'll make sure that we maybe have a chance to not sell out of this later this evening, so we'll have plenty to talk about at 9 p.m. But this is a product that, as we talked about vitamin D is something our body needs. If we look at the blood test levels in our society, that unfortunately the way we eat doesn't deliver the nutrients we need. No matter how you eat, you don't get vitamin D. But in our country here, we just don't eat foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids on a consistent basis. It's a very sad fact of life. Next week, we'll be talking about our eyes and lutein and zeaxanthin. That's another defining characteristic of the American diet, that we don't eat foods that are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, the spinach, the kale, the green leafy vegetables. So we have a diet that really doesn't protect our eyes, and it's a double whammy because the three most critical ingredients for the health of our eyes, DHA from omega-3s, lutein and zeaxanthin from green leafy vegetables. The things that protect the health of our eyes are things that are just absolutely devoid in our diet, that are just deficient in our diet. So it really leaves us shortchanged and challenged over the course of our lifetime. My omega-3 product is designed to make taking omega-3s a wonderful, pleasant experience, which probably a lot of people at home, and I know from reading the reviews, are probably going, yeah, right. He just wants me to buy his product. I want you to try an omega-3 product because I know you'll benefit from it. Whether you get mine or not, it's important that you get the information I'm talking about. But if you've ever thought about trying an omega-3 product and you know that you're not eating a diet that delivers it, there's no escaping the fact that 95% of the fatty acids in your brain are DHA and omega-3. There's no escaping the fact that the principal structure of the retina, the macular region of your eye, is DHA-based, the highest concentrations in your whole body. There's no escaping that. So if you're not eating foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, you're not escaping that. So it's just a simple fact of life. And as I often say, one of the most powerful phrases that we often utter, but we don't think about it until it's too late, is if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. When it comes to so many things in our life, we generally reap what we sow. We often think about that in terms of the actions, whether we do good or bad things over the course of our lifetime. But there's no more accurate or telling place for that than in how we treat our own bodies. We reap what we sow. So this is one of those simple opportunities to give ourselves an essential nutrient that we're just not getting from our diet. Or maybe this is an opportunity to change how we eat. It's to just start replacing some of that beef with cold water fish, some of that chicken with cold water fish. It's an opportunity. And if, say, it's challenging to afford this product, then the days you have cold water fish, don't take your omega-3s. So you get to integrate this intelligently into your diet. In fact, for me, I generally take 2 capsules a day. If Muriel and I go out and have sushi, I'll take 1 capsule that day. So there's opportunities to look at supplementation as being really a part. That's why they call it dietary supplementation. These are not drugs or medicines. These are dietary components that play a critical role in our health and our well-being. And we should look at it as part of our diet. They all go in our body the same way. These, our ingredients, are derived from fish. They're not synthetically transformed into ethyl esters. Ours are the triglyceride form, the natural form that comes in nature. Better absorbed, better tolerated, in our case, perfectly tolerated. You will never experience a fishy aftertaste, ever, with this product, ever. No fishy burps, no fishy repeat, ever. You will not find a review that says fishy aftertaste or fishy repeat. And there are over 2,000 reviews that talk about this product. So it's truly an amazing omega-3 opportunity for all of us. I'm not making up the science when it comes to the essential nature of these. That was made up by the big guy upstairs. I defer to his judgment. Omega-3s are essential for our good health. They're essential for the functioning of our brain as we get older. And I'm getting older. And I recently said to someone that I'll watch myself on TV shows that we have recorded from 20+ years ago. And I think better, I think more quickly, I remember things better at this age, and I'm significantly over half a century. I'm well over 50. So it's just, and in terms of vanity, that's not something I really care about in terms of getting older. What I do care about is that when I'm 75 and 80, that my brain still works well. That when I'm out mountain biking or running, and hopefully I'm still doing it then, that I still can appreciate and see nature the same way I see it now. That I want to make sure that I support the systems in my body that are responsible for me being able to enjoy and indulge in life fully. And that's what omega-3 fatty acids are really all about. It's not a passionate story that I'm making up. It's a simple fact of life. If you look at Japan, where they eat a diet that's richer in omega-3s, not a little bit richer, much, much richer in omega-3s, their health of their brains, the health of their heart, the health of their eyes, it's superior than here. And it's something that we really need to focus on in this country, either to try and modify our diet, and with no disrespect to the beef producers and the beef sellers out there, that we really need to try to embrace a different source of animal protein, and that would be a fish source of animal protein. And for those vegans out there, yes, you can get vegetarian sources of omega-3, the alpha-linolenic acid, but that requires some very complex and inefficient conversion to EPA and DHA. So unless it's some really conscious issue or an issue of your conscience, that I really encourage even vegetarians out there to contemplate an omega-3 supplement that's EPA and DHA. And we will soon have a separate DHA supplement that's vegetarian-based, that's based on algae coming out in the future.
Nice.
So.
But you know what, isn't it nice to know that you're doing what your body needs, and you're getting about what your body needs without any of that after effect, without any of that, upset, without any of that repeating, so that you really are able to reap those benefits. And while the pricing is really extraordinary, that's why with over 32,000 now spoken for, we would love for you to grab this. I mean, really, I hope that you can go to your phone, shop via your iPad, your mobile, whatever it might be. Certainly, we would advise that you grab your size of choice, especially while we have those larger sizes available. I know Andrew and his team will address that after we get off the air. But remember, best savings in history, and more importantly, it's about what this is going to do for you. And it's really impossible to separate. I mean, I know Andrew and I talked about this last hour, but when we first started talking about omega-3s with Andrew, we talked specifically about cardiovascular health. But it's amazing to me that with all the new research, ear and eyes and beauty and mood. I mean, the list of benefits just go on and on and on. And
what's funny about the eye, and I constantly overlook this, there's so many things to talk about that I constantly forget to mention this in terms of our eyes. In terms of our eyes, of course, kind of the front of your eye and the back of your eye. And even when it comes to the physicians, I think they specialize in the front of the eye. The guys who will specialize more in the lens and the cornea, the conjunctiva, the more front aspects of the eye. And then you'll have folks who specialize in the retina and the issues that pertain to the retina, the optic nerve, and all of that sort of thing. So when I talk about the omega-3s, DHA in particular, which is what we focus on and what the others, typical omega-3s, do not focus on. They focus on EPA, the less expensive, the less critical omega-3 fatty acid. But I always focus on the fact that our retina macular region primarily are made of DHA. Highest concentration found in the entire human body. As highly concentrated as DHA is in the brain, it's even more concentrated in the retina and macula. But if you think about it from an embryological standpoint, our eye is actually a specialized structure, a specialized part of our brain, that sensory organ. So it does make sense. But the front of our eye, and it's something that a lot of us suffer from, especially I noticed when I just got down to Florida here. Everything is, it's April, everything is growing now. And there's so much pollen in the air that you notice it. It's very irritating to your eyes. But when it comes to dry eyes, part of the lubricating system of our eyes, when we think about our tears and the way our eyes lubricate themselves, don't think it's just water. And don't think it's salty water. It's saltwater tears. A critical aspect of the lubricating system of our eyes are fatty acid secretions. And guess what? Many doctors, and I think most intelligent ophthalmologists, optometrists, they'll recommend their patients who are struggling with dry eye, make sure they're taking an omega-3 fatty acid supplement to make sure you're getting those essential fatty acids so your body can have the raw materials it needs to create the best lubricating environment in your eyes. So, of course, follow the counsel, the advice of your ophthalmologist, optometrist, optician in terms of your eyes. But again, yet another role they play. I talked about previously before, those age-related changes that not just happen to our eyes, but the age-related changes that happen in our ears. And I talked about how amazing the ear is. The human ear is amazing. Just the ear in general is amazing. We think about the ear and balance, the system of our ear that allows us. Do you ever think about the fact that as I stand here, I know I'm upright, I can move around, I can bend over, I can do all sorts of things, and my body knows where I'm positioned. I could run around, move around, I could ride a bike, balance perfectly. That's all in your ear. And for those of you who've ever suffered from vertigo or any issues with your ear, you know how sensitive and how remarkable that system is. The cochlea of our ear, that's involved with hearing, the actual auditory response, which incredible that the sounds here, that we pick up the vibration in the air and it vibrates the systems in our ear and it gets translated into a neural response that we end up hearing, or we sense it as a sound. That's in the cochlea of our ear, and the cochlea of our ear, of course, over the course of our lifetime is subject to all sorts of age-related normal changes. But again, omega-3 fatty acids has been shown in the research to support a healthy aging of the cochlea in our ear. So the list of benefits, whether it's in our joints. Fatty acids are associated with the lubricating benefits in our joints. So once again, we need to make sure we get the appropriate levels and healthy levels of the omega-3 fatty acids in our diet. So we can look at almost any system in our body and we'll see the role that these important omega-3 fatty acids play. And when you think about that and you think that you could get the finest omega-3 product, delivering the perfect level, 500 milligrams of real omega-3s, typical products might say there's 1,200 milligrams of fish oil in the product. There's only 300 milligrams of omega-3s. They're capsules. Ooh. As we look here, we'll have some capsules here, but we'll see there's one really small capsule there. That little capsule contains about 50% more omega-3s than all the really big capsules.
That's amazing.
And that's because we use a natural, more concentrated source of omega-3 fatty acids. Those will have a fishy aftertaste, of course, ours will not. So ours is the most pleasant, easy-to-use omega-3 product you'll have ever tried. The capsule was always small and easy to swallow. We just introduced an even smaller and even easier to swallow capsule, so it just went down by about, actually, a little more than 10% in size. So it's something that is remarkable as it was before. It's even more remarkable now, and best of all, you get all of these incredible features in omega-3, and it's less than 20 cents a capsule. And mind you, you only need to take one capsule daily. So that large bottle is more than 2 years for one person, or a little over a year for 2 people. And if you, say, had cardiovascular issues or your doctor recommended you take more, say, to help in balancing your triglycerides, you simply could take 2 capsules a day and you still have more than a year's supply. So you'll last till next year's Today Special, which will probably be in about April.
Okay, which obviously, that's what we're all doing. We are all stocking up, and that's why abundantly, we're actually almost at the 33,000 mark being spoken for. I know you see that clock on your screen, so we're almost out of time in this show. Remember, Colleen and Andrew have the last show of the visit coming up at 9 o'clock tonight, but I can tell you, and I know Andrew and his team will work to adjust or do what they can for that final show coming up at 9 o'clock. But at this point, we are through a good portion of the inventory. In fact, well over half the quantities that currently exist are already spoken for. Of course, you're welcome to choose whatever size of choice suits your needs. The 30, the 100, the 200, the 400, or the 800. To put it in perspective, you know, whether you're looking at the regular great savings. Now, on that 400 count, even at a regular value, it's a terrific savings at $169.90 because remember, no mercury, no aftertaste, no preservatives of any kind, no repeating. But basically, it is $20 less to double your capsules if you are choosing to select it today. And, you know, it's exciting about the value, but what's really exciting is how you feel a difference and the benefits that you receive when you take the right omega-3s. And this is certainly the right omega-3 at definitely the lowest price ever.
If you read reviews out online about omega-3 products, what you generally see, and when they're at retail stores, a lot of times you don't get to even see the reviews, but you just see disappointment. And especially, that's just simple disappointment because they're hard to swallow or they're difficult on the stomach. And in general, that's not disappointment because most people don't realize the compromises that were made on a scientific basis in terms of making that product. That it contains the wrong form of omega-3s, most products will. That it contains the wrong balance of omega-3s, most products will. And by most products, I'm not saying 51%. I'd probably venture to say that 95% of the omega-3 products on the market deliver 60% DHA, 60% EPA, and 40% DHA. We give you 60% almost of DHA, the most important omega-3, rather than the EPA. Also, most products on the market are ethyl esters, a form that's poorly absorbed, significantly more poorly absorbed. So you're not getting what you pay for. Those omega-3s might be in the capsule, but ethyl esters aren't well absorbed, so they're also not as well tolerated. So it's a form that, yeah, they could sell it to you because it says omega-3s on the label, and they don't even disclose it's ethyl esters to you and not the natural triglyceride form. But again, you're getting what you pay for. So I just was going to read a few reviews here. I haven't read very many of them, but the reviews, again, there's a couple of thousand 5-star reviews you could select from. And that's of only about 2,200 total reviews. So not the majority, but again, about 90%, almost 90% of the reviews, or over 90% are positive, and almost 90% are 5-star. So recommended by my ophthalmologist. I have to have good eyes to read this one.
No
Small
kidding.
Print. My ophthalmologist recommended that I take fish oil to help my eyes feel better. Here we go. They were dry and inflamed, and I was having a hard time tolerating my contacts. I would never purchase a different brand of supplement if I have the option of buying Andrew Lessman's brand. The quality and value are second to none. Anyone who really knows omega-3s, they realize what we're offering today is a ridiculous bargain. These fish oil capsules do not upset my stomach and are a perfect size to swallow. I take 2 capsules daily to support eye comfort and healthy tears from the inside. Brilliant advice from her ophthalmologist. The healthy fats oil in the capsules help to moisturize my eyes. Yay! I will continue to take it daily to keep my eyes feeling their best. Thank you, Andrew. My doctor visit tells the story. Triglycerides are half compared to my last report. The only thing I've done differently is take your omega-3 and vitamin D products. Thank you, thank you, thank you from Nana in North Carolina. Most cardiologists know, most doctors know that one of the most important ways omega-3s benefit us is helping us to support our triglyceride levels in the normal range. So a wonderful tool. Essential omega-3 recommendations. Finally, I found an omega-3 product which does not have a fishy taste that stays with me forever, since I have to take so many. They're also smaller than the other over-the-counter products I've purchased before, but are just as, if not more so powerful as the larger. They are more powerful than the larger, more difficult to swallow capsules. Great product. I have now bought these capsules twice and will do so again. Thank you. Omega-3 rocks. Who would think that anyone would say an omega-3 product rocks? Andrew has once again provided a quality product at a remarkable price. Thank you, Andrew, for your continued drive to provide us with products containing ingredients that we can trust and are easy to take. And mind you, today it's at half price. A winner. I've reordered the omega-3 several times now. I love it. I love it for an omega-3 product. There's no fishy smell, no heartburn or upset stomach. For those people with GERD or other issues, this is the way to enjoy omega-3 fatty acids without challenging your digestive system. Just the good stuff. I feel the difference. For my next order, I plan to get the largest size. It's a winner and a keeper. Not missing that old fishy taste from my omega-3s. Great supplement. I feel so much better and have more energy when I use Maximum Essential Omega-3. There is never a fishy aftertaste. I especially enjoy the way the products are produced by solar energy. Of course, we make everything using solar energy and are not on the grid. Andrew Lessman is so knowledgeable and such a great teacher. Thank you. I have learned a lot about nutrition from Andrew's presentation. I am always recommending his supplements to my friends. Kudos to Andrew for bringing us such a quality product and the knowledge to use our supplements wisely. Wow, that was very nice. Awesome product. I had been looking for an omega-3 capsule and wasn't pleased with what I had found. I saw Andrew on HSN one night and decided to try this product. I am a 65-year-old female and have taken this every day now for over a month. I love this product. There's no bad taste. They are soft and easy to swallow, and I seem to have much more energy too. Great job, Andrew. I won't be without this product. Huge fan. I've been using this product for years from Andrew, and I love it. I can definitely tell when I'm out of it, so I try not to be. It is fabulous, and I feel great. And there's a lot of research I talked about earlier about mood and positive mood, and I talked about it both in the context of vitamin D and context of omega-3. Our lives are challenging. Our lives are difficult. I mean, I work too much. I'm trying to modify that a little bit. But we all have the challenges we face. I mean, we weren't designed to be focused on work, focused on family, or all the different things we do constantly. We seem to never be able to do enough. And what I've often said, in terms of giving your brain what it needs to contend with the challenges of our life, the two most important things from a foundational aspect for our brain, vitamin D, which is the most affordable product I make, get 1,000 or 2,000 IU, even I would probably say get 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D, and take 1 or 2 capsules of my omega-3 product. It does wonders to giving your brain the kind of support it needs to contend with the kind of lives we lead. I talk about the lives our ancestors lived. If you went back 500, 1,000 years, or 2,000 years, maybe in their whole lifetime they saw a couple of dozen people. The complexity of our world, the problems and situations that we need to deal with, and all the things we see in the news and the internet, our sphere of exposure is enormous. It's the entire planet. So accept the fact that our worlds are challenging, and also accept the fact that our diets don't really support us in contending with these challenges. And as I said, our brain is 60% fat by weight, 95% of it DHA. it's more important to the structure of our brain than calcium is to the structure of our bones. You could understand what that means. And that's why it's so important to supplement something that we just don't get from our diet.
Absolutely not. Well, we're over the 33,000 mark. We are out of time for this hour. And certainly if you've got your little Andrew Lessman list, I almost brought it out to the set. If you're going to be shopping like crazy after this show,